CPS High School basketball starts now.
JCPS High School basketball on tap this evening as we are live here from Mayo High School. Justin Kalin alongside Mark Evans on the call for this evening. Coach, it's going to be a fun one here tonight. We've got big expectations for this one as it's the 22-3 St. X Tigers set to take on the 18-7 Mayo Bulldogs in a huge 26 district contest with both of these teams 2-0 in district play thus far.
Well, I'd say, Justin, we have the best game in the state without a doubt. These two are region powers and state powers, so we're going to see maybe an early finals for the region coming up here in about 3 weeks or so. You know, both teams are capable of scoring big points. You know, the Tigers are in the 80s and the Bulldogs are in the 70s, and both of them can play multiple defenses and play them well. I look for a lot of fun and excitement tonight.
Absolutely. It should be a good one. Up and down, you mentioned the scoring. Over 82 points a game for St. X. Mayo right there around 75, so we should go back and forth. This should be a high-powered game tonight. It's not all that crowded right now, but the folks will continue to trickle in as this one gets closer to game time. Should be a fun atmosphere.
Yeah, it will be a packed house, no doubt. This early start time at 7:15 might catch a few people off guard. But they'll all be here tonight for this game. And, like you said, I look for it to be up and down without a doubt. Both teams love to push the ball and score in transition.
Yeah, we'll see how it all plays out this evening as we'll step aside for our first break here. A little bit of a mix-up. We'll come back with Coach Klein, the head coach of St. X, coming up next. Stick with us. More JCPS High School basketball on tap on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hirschhorn Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us. And that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
1965 Mail graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, representing the region's finest properties with exceptional skill, using the most innovative technologies available.
Justin Kalen back here with you as we continue to get you set for JCPS High School basketball tonight on Glycon. And I'm now joined by Kevin Klein, the head coach of the St. X Tigers, now in his 16th season. And, Coach, you're coming off your 22nd win of the season against DeSales on Friday, but y'all had to work for it.
Absolutely. DeSales is a great ball club. Definitely has a chance to come out of the 6th region and get to the state tournament. A great Friday night atmosphere where George Rogers Clark and Sacred Heart played before us, number 1 and 3 teams in the state. And when you have a standing room only by the end of their game and then for our game against a Catholic school rival in the last couple weeks of the season, it can only make your team better. We have been battle tested time and time again, and that game was no different. We had to go 4 extra minutes to find a way to win. Super proud of our guys of how they continue to fight, really wore them down in crucial parts of the game late, where their best players were really good early, but maybe not quite their best later in the game. And I like to think our guys' effort has something to do with that.
Now, this team obviously looking at this St. X roster, points scored a game, all that jazz, a lot of depth on this team, which allows you to have a pace of play really fast, 82.9 points per game, good for second in the state. Is that something you emphasize day in and day out with these guys?
100%. It's about TNA, our toughness, how nasty we can compete on defense and how aggressive we can play, and then it's pace, pace, pace. We want to get the ball across the half court within 3 seconds. We're going to take quick shots if they're good shots. If they're not good shots, we're going to keep pressure on the defense by a lot of great ball and player movement. We go 10 deep. We've got a very unselfish basketball team, guys with a lot of talent and ability that can do different things on different spots on the court. But this team's just super connected. They play really well off of one another. They play for one another. And it's just been a joy to coach. You know, we have one senior, Trevor Schubert, who doesn't get a lot of minutes, but his attitude, team morale, spirit, what he's meant to this program is just as important as the 10 guys who get more of the reps. And just from 1 through 13 that'll be in uniform tonight, it's all about the team.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for your time. Best of luck tonight against this very good male program. And that was head coach Kevin Klein of the St. X Tigers. And we will be back on the other side with your keys to the game. Stick with us. Your JCPS high school basketball game coming up next right here on Glycod.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo,
I devised a promo for you. Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets.
Cuckoo Crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
JCPS High School Basketball on tap tonight on Glycod. Justin Kalin back alongside Mark Evans, as we just heard from St. X head coach Kevin Klein. Now it's time for our keys to the game. Tonight's keys to the game are presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Coach, let's go ahead and start with the keys to the game for the visiting St. X Tigers. What do they need to do tonight to get victory?
Well, thank you, Justin. First of all, limit Cole Edelin's touches. He's a big-time scorer, and you can't score if you don't have the basketball. Second one would be allow one shot only. Dominate the defensive boards. You know, if St. X can dominate the boards, and they can run like they like to run. Third, create turnovers to make the Bulldogs pay. St. X likes to trap and run and jump and create turnovers. Just need to finish at the other end when they do.
Worth noting that Cole Edelin putting up 22.3 points per game, so definitely need to limit his touches as this one goes along. How about the keys to the game for the home male Bulldogs, Coach?
Well, for the Bulldogs, Justin, handle the pressure, limit the turnovers. They played each other in the LIT, and they had some issues with some turnovers at that time. Great transition defense is a must, and push the ball in transition. That's about it.
There you go. There's the keys to the game for both teams here tonight. Should be a fun one. Just a reminder, this broadcast is authorized by Mayo High School with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching, and we'll be right back on the other side with Male Bulldog head coach Tim Hayward. Stick with us as we continue to get you set for JCPS High School basketball on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul!
And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
(1965) Male graduate and basketball star George Tinsley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tinsley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Klein Select, not just blinds. Klein Select, not just blinds.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
The disciplined teams that's going to win the region.
Time showdown. Mark Evans of Glycod here with Bulldog head coach Tim Hayward. I've had the pleasure to watch his team several times this year, a couple live, a couple on tape, and I really like where they are. You know, I've actually had the opportunity to see them progress, in my opinion, from the first game against Trinity it was, and then some games since then. Coach, you know, you're about 2 weeks out from your district tournaments. Tell me about your team. How do you see your team at this point in time?
Well, you know, I see us progressing. We've lost 7 games by a total of 28 points. I think earlier in the season we, lost some close games that we definitely could have won. I don't think we were quite disciplined enough in that point of the season to win those games. But I will say this, throughout the year, there's not been one team that's blown us out. We've been in every game. We've had a lead in all of our losses in the fourth quarter. And so, I think we've gotten more disciplined, with our live ball turnovers, cutting those down, taking better shots. The disciplined teams that's going to win the region take really good shots, especially the last 4 minutes of the game. I think we've gotten better with that.
Thank you, Coach. Tonight's a big-time showdown between, in my opinion, I've seen both of you play a couple more than once, and there's no doubt in my mind that it could be the finals without a doubt in the regions, and then whenever you could be in the finals of the state tournament. What do you have to do tonight against St. X in order to come out ahead?
Well, like you said, they're really good, and so they got really good guard play. They got bigs inside. The first time that we played them, we lost by 7 points. We got out-rebounded. That was number one. I think we got out-rebounded 38-24. And so I thought we got punked a little bit inside. And so, it's been a huge emphasis for us the last 3 weeks of rebounding the basketball and just being tough from a physical mindset. You don't win the 7th region without being tough. So I think we got to definitely win the battle of the boards. Our live ball turnovers, we had 6 of them against them the first time we played. And so instead of us going potentially getting 12, 14 points, they get 12 points, easy points coming back the other way. And so you have to be really, really better than a team for you to get away with that. And so I'd rather them throw it out of bounds so we can get our defense set up than to just give it to them so they go have a layup. So rebounding, live ball turnovers, and then, I think the big thing for us is to attack their pressure. There's gaps there. There's ways for us to attack it. And, I told our guys today, we're aggressive. We're not like trying to back it back out and just get the ball. We're trying to go score. And so if you want to play in the 80s and 90s, we'll play that way, but we can also play in the 50s. That's why I love my team that I have. We can grind it out with you, or we can get in a running game with you. We want to take good shots on every possession. We can't have wasted possessions. If we do those 3 things, I like our chances.
Thank you, Coach. I really appreciate it, and good luck tonight, and keep them healthy.
Thanks so much, Coach.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Glycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycon.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
And back here at Mayo High School, the site of tonight's JCPS High School basketball contest, right here on Glycod. Justin Kalen back alongside Mark Evans. And, Coach, let's go ahead and jump into our starting lineups for this evening. Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors. First for the St. X Tigers. Let's start with number 4. It's going to be Chief Cameron, a 5'10 sophomore, averaging 8.6 points per game, 3.5 rebounds as well per contest. Number 11, Chance Dillingham, a 5'10 junior, leads the team with 67 threes on the season, averaging 18 points per game. Graham Kraisman, a junior, 6'7", wearing number 13, 8.7 points per game, 6.5 rebounds a game for him. Jeremiah Jackson, a 6'4 sophomore, wearing number 23, averaging 13.6 points per game, just over 5 rebounds. And the final starter for St. X this evening is Will Hankey, a 6'4 junior, putting up to over 12 points a game, 6 rebounds as well per contest. Coach, anything about that starting lineup stick out to you?
Well, I've seen them play. They play really well together. They share the ball really well. Nice size, great speed. Hits the boards fairly hard and likes to play run and jump defense and play well together, kind of on a chain, you might say.
Now let's take a look at the starters for the male Bulldogs. Once again, 18-7 on the season. They're going to trot out Cole Edelin. You'll hear his name a lot this evening. A 6'2 sophomore, over 1,300 points in his career. And this season he's averaging 22.3 points per game on 45% shooting from 3 for Edelin. Keyshawn Jordan, a 6'6 junior, will join him in the starting lineup wearing number 1. 6.5 points per game, 6.5 rebounds a game as well, which is good for the team lead. Max Gainey, a 5'11 senior, over 8 points per game, just under 3 rebounds a contest. Terrence Hall wearing number 30, a 6'2 senior, just over 10 points per contest, 4 rebounds as well. And Jason Gassaway, 6'5 junior, wearing number 31. He too averages 10 points a contest and 6.4 rebounds a game. Anything stick out for the male starters?
Once again, very much like the Tigers, they know the roles. They play them really well together. They can play different ways. They can play fast. They prefer to play fast. They can slow it down if they have to. Just very solid, have a lot of experience out there on the court.
Yeah, and both of these teams, like we talked about earlier, will like to go up and down the floor, and both of these teams have their star piece, but they've also got some good secondary pieces as well that contribute.
Oh, yeah, you have to guard them all. Both teams have quality depth, and they can hit the 3 if they need to, or they can take it to the basket if they need to. Like I said, I've seen St. Eric's play a couple times. I've seen Mill play multiple times, and I like both these teams. I think we're in for a treat tonight.
Yeah, should be a fun one. By the way, we had a girls varsity contest before us as Assumption was able to defeat Male 78-64 in that contest. We'll step aside for a break here. We'll come back on the other side. We'll get you some series info as well as our officials. And the opening tip-off here this evening should be a fun one. Stick with us as we get you set for JCPS high school basketball here on Glycott.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. From Glycott, it's UA Local 502 JCPS High School Basketball. UA Local 502, built on excellence, building a better tomorrow. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. Allstate Insurance agent Thomas Allen. He puts you in good hands. Thomas Car Wash and Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now, courtside for all the action from Glycott on UA Local 502 JCPS High School Basketball.
And back here at Mayo High School as we've got under 3 minutes left here in our pregame this evening. Justin Kalin back alongside Mark Evans as we continue to get you set for what should be a fun contest. And Coach, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the series info. These teams have met a lot since 1995, with Male leading 31-16, including a 73-65 win last season against St. X. However, St. X, a 79-71 victory in the LIT quarterfinals earlier this season. It didn't count as a district game, but still nice having some confidence coming in with this game, coming off a win in the first meeting.
Yeah, Justin, it can work both ways. So, you also see what you need to work on if you're Male, and they have plenty of time to do it. So, it's an adjustment opportunity. It's important to play those tough games early in the season, and it was a great matchup then. I think tonight's even going to be a lot better game.
Yeah, no doubt. As I mentioned, both teams 2-0 in 26th district play, as this game has some big implications. We'll get to those as this game goes along, nearing the end, I'm sure of it, as both teams finalizing their pregame warm-ups. It looks like Male's going to trot out in their home white uniforms. St. X will be in the golden jerseys here this evening as they're going through the final preparations. Let's take a look at our officials for this evening. It's going to be Terrence Mormon, Greg Zimmer, and Daryl Logsden, as they will be the three out there calling this game. Any expectations from the crew tonight?
Well, you have some veterans, I'll say that. I know most of the officials. I'm sure they're going to give a great effort. They always do. It's going to be a fast game. It might be difficult to call. A lot of running and jumping. So we'll see. The jury's out, you might say.
Yeah, no doubt about it. By the way, Coach Klein, I mentioned he was in his 16th season. 304 wins to just 166 losses for him at the helm here at St. X. For male side of things, 6th season at the helm for Tim Hayward, as he is 133 wins, 41 losses. Pretty impressive records by both of these coaching staffs here, Coach.
Well, they have great support coaches around them, but they've both been here, done that for a long time, and just two of the top around.
As both teams now making their way off the floor, we are just moments away from tip-off, as they're going to trot out the starting lineups as a couple half-court heaves here to wrap up warm-ups. How does that make you feel as a coach, seeing your guys just heave it from half-court to end?
Well, maybe they're practicing for the end of the game that we're going to see. You never know. Maybe that's how it's going to end tonight.
There we go. That would be ideal. I would be okay with that for sure.
We used to actually, at the end of our practices, practice half-court shots when I coached.
All right, as our officials coming over, and both teams now on their sidelines as we are just moments away. Let's go through your starters one more time here this evening, as first for the St. X Tigers, number 4, Chief Cameron, a 5'10 sophomore. Number 11, Chance Dillingham, a 5'10 junior. Number 13, Graham Kraisman, a 6'7 junior. Jeremiah Jackson, a 6'4 sophomore. And Will Hankey, a 6'4 junior. You know, one of the things that we haven't really touched on with this St. X team, no starters or no seniors in the starting lineup for them. They're a younger team, but they have still had a load of success at 22-3 this season.
Yeah, Justin, wait till you see some of these underclassmen from St. X get out on the court. You'll understand why they're in the lineup as they are. They have some. They do have some seniors, and they come in and play vital roles off the bench.
And pretty similar for male as well. They don't have a ton of seniors on their roster, as they do have Terrence Hall, who is in the starting lineup, a 6'2 senior wearing number 30. And you've got Max Gainey as well, who is a 5'11 senior. Sitting right in front of us, Keyshawn Jordan, number 1, a 6'6 junior, will join those two out there, as will Cole Edelin, a 6'2 sophomore, who's being honored at half court as we speak. And the final starter for male this evening is Jason Gassaway, a 6'5 junior, as it looks like the festivities just about wrapped up. And we are just about set for basketball action here this evening, as the crowd has really filled in nicely. Student section just beyond the way from us, filling up nearly almost to the top, Coach. It's going to be a loud one in here tonight.
I didn't think there would be any doubt about it, Justin, and we talked about that earlier. 7:15 might fool a few people, last second people, but this place will be packed and loud.
Wow, they're extending that a little bit as we near the 7:20 time, so getting closer and closer to a normal start time here this evening. As I mentioned, St. X, their starters being announced now in their golden uniforms with the green lettering, numbering, and trim on those jerseys. And male will be donning their white uniforms with the purple numbering, lettering, and trim on those uniforms. As both these teams, easy to see watching them during warm-ups. A lot of size on both of these teams as well. That's something else we haven't really touched on.
Well, quality size. I mean, they footwork's well taught. It's not just size; they can play.
We'll see how it all plays out here tonight, as there are your starting lineups. Final fist bumps with our officials this evening. Really looking forward to this one. The top two scoring teams in the 7th region. Mentioned St. X, 82.9 points per game, 75.3 points a game for male.
Well, Justin, they both played really, really quality basketball. They're fun to watch. They shoot it well. They play really clean, both teams, and it's a joy to watch. Both classy programs. You'll see great behavior, and it will be a fun one.
Anxious to see how it plays out. A little jealous that I haven't seen these teams as many times as you have. I've heard a lot about them. They get a lot of buzz.
Yeah, they're worth the buzz. They're both just, like I said, just golden teams to have the opportunity to call tonight. We're very fortunate.
Yeah, no doubt. As both guys in the center circle now, it's going to be Keyshawn Jordan jumping it up with Graham Kraisman. As ball in the air, and it's going to come down in the hands of Mail. That's Max Gainey with it. And we are underway here on a Monday evening.
St. X opens in a man-to-man. They're actually chasing Gainey. They're chasing Coeland, which is a smart thing to do. That's that limit those touches.
Here is Terrence Hall with it. Now going to hand it off for Gainey. Gainey nods his head, tries to get a little motion going, gets it inside. Keyshawn Jordan gets it up and in for our game's first points. As it's a 2-0 ball game now. St. X, their first crack at things on the offensive side, as that is Chief Cameron with it, driving inside, high off the glass. And they're going to say that foul was on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with the official on that one. I think it was on the floor. You have Mill opening up in a man-to-man also. Let's see what they do on this inbound. I'm sure they'll switch all screens, which they did.
Dillingham, a long trigger pass inbounds for Cameron.
Yeah, the hedge on the high screen. That's Mill.
Jackson floats that one up, and he can't convert as Gassaway pulls it out of there. Quickly up the floor for Edelin. Now in the hands of Gainey driving inside. Jordan thought about going in. Instead passes it out, and that's a wise decision as Gainey knocks it down.
Yeah, that's Gainey's most improved part of his game. He's flat, very consistent. He doesn't take a lot, but when he does, they're usually money.
Now Dillingham gets it to spin around and in on the other end. And he's a lot of fun to watch as well, as here they go back and forth. Jordan off the glass and gets an and-one opportunity.
A strong move and strong finish, and we're getting our pace, Justin, that we wanted.
Seems like Mail early on in this one has the mindset to get it down to Keyshawn Jordan. So far, so good. As he knocks down the free throw as well. Quick 5 points for him to start this one.
Mill's got one of the best defenders on number 11, which is Dillingham at this point in time on the matchup man.
Jeremiah Jackson knocks down the bucket that time for St. X. As now Gainey quickly down the floor off for Jordan, and he's going to score again.
Yeah, Gainey made that happen. He drew the defense and dumped it down. Great job by Gainey under quite a bit of pressure.
Here's Chief Cameron on the pull-up. Rebounded once more by Gassaway. Already a pair of boards for him to start this one. That's Gainey on top, slides it to his right for Hall. Now Gassaway cross-court pass back to Gainey. In the corner, three-pointer Edelin. First three taken of the game by either team, and we're going to get a foul down low. It's called against Gassaway. As Dillingham brings it across the timeline now for St. X.
Yeah, working against Gainey. Gainey's the top defender that they have.
Will Peters, a 6'7" junior in the game now for St. X. As he hands it off to Hankey. Hankey tried to go right back to Peters, and it goes out of bounds, but they're going to say it stays here. Bulldog fans in attendance don't love that call. And now inside Jackson. Going to say that one on the floor.
Yeah, Jackson's really strong inside. You'll see St. X go to him multiple times.
That's already the third foul called against the Bulldogs here in the first 3 minutes of play.
He's a strong sophomore, though. Beautiful inbound play.
They do get it into the hands of Jackson, who tried to get past his man, and another foul. This time called against Terrence Hall, and that's number 4 on the team. So free throws the rest of the quarter, and we've still got over 5 minutes left in the quarter.
Yeah, that's a tough thing with the new rule. You know, you get that 5th one, then this early you'll be in trouble because St. X can shoot the free throws pretty well.
Jackson gets it down low for Hankey. Now out Dillingham trying to put on the moves. Back to Hankey. He'll spin inside, trying to put on the post moves. Great pass to a cutting Dillingham, but sent out of there.
Yeah, excellent backdoor, but an even better weak side. Come from the weak side block.
And now a turnover on the other end for Mail. Down low, lays it up and in. And that's Chief Cameron with his first points of the night. That's Edelin bringing it across the timeline. Faces some pressure, and he's going to get fouled. A little too aggressive on both sides of things here to start this game out.
Yeah, Justin officials may be trying to get an early handle on everything, but I'd like to see them let them play just a bit more.
Both teams still trying, kind of in the feel-out process at the early portion of this game.
Well, I think both teams have a strong intention to go inside tonight, too. And both teams are guarding the other top players with their top defenders with very little to no help.
Edelin going to pull from the logo and knocks it down. What a shot.
That's why you want to limit his touches, Justin.
He pulled that one up from the H.
Well, he's got unlimited range, and he's not a shy.
Hankey's pass knocked out of bounds as it'll stay with St. X. Now Hankey's going to come out of the game. He'll be replaced by the 6'5 sophomore wearing number 10, Bryce Johnson. Johnson on the season, 5.7 points per game as ball being battled around. And Edelin almost able to save it, but it lands on the inline off the hands of Gassaway. And another St. X substitution as Henry Peters will head to the sideline. Graham Kreisman comes back on.
Well, Coach Klein will keep them rested. The games I've seen, they have multiple substitutions, and they don't lose a lot.
As Jackson on the deep 2 there. Edelin clears it quickly up for Gassaway. And he'll take some contact in the act of shooting, so a pair of free throws upcoming.
Gassaway can do it all, Justin. He can take it to the hole, he can rebound, plays great defense, and he can knock down threes.
We are halfway through this first quarter of play. 13-6, Mail with a great start to this one here tonight. And Gassaway unable to knock down the free throw. Noah Sosa Friedman, a 5'10 junior, making his way onto the floor now for St. X. As Jeremiah Jackson will get a spell on the bench.
Well, the odds say Gassaway would knock this one down at 68% as a free throw shooter.
And you called it.
Opening in a little bit of just picking up full man right now, Mel.
Now out for Dillingham. In the left corner, Kreisman's 3 off the side of the rim. That was actually Bryce Johnson on the shot. Either way, it misses and lands out of bounds.
Yeah, St. X with excellent ball movement. They got it around the, you'd like to see that quality reversal. They reversed to the corner for a great shot. Just didn't go down.
Now Gainey bringing it across the timeline here, being picked up by Dillingham. Leaves it off for Jordan. Jordan with 7 points here in this first quarter. Looks to keep it going, but he misses that one as Kreisman clears the board.
A little bit of contact, so maybe the officials are loosening up.
You asked for it. Ask and you shall receive, my friend, as Dillingham can't get the 3 to drop. Gassaway quickly up. Well, that is going to be way too long as it lands out of bounds. And Keyshawn Jordan says, slow down, guys. Take it easy.
Still for the pace, Justin, we're doing pretty well with the turnover situation. Sure. You have 2 on the Bulldogs, but they're playing with a quick pace and gaining a lot more than losing out of it.
Now here's St. X back in their offensive side of things as it's the freshman Brandon Days bringing it up.
Mill's playing some great defense. They're switching quick. They're getting in front of the players. Pretty impressed with them.
Chief Cameron thought about the shot. Now he'll back it up.
Running a 5-out with a high screen. Looking for a driving lane, is what St. X is doing. Tigers are looking to drive it.
They do there. Now a kick out. Going to result in a good look from 3, but can't convert. But the offensive rebound, stick back good, and the and one opportunity.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest keys for Male tonight. They have to be able to limit the second shots.
Well, that was Chief Cameron coming down with the rebound and stick back. One of the smaller players on the floor at 5'10", but he went up and brought that one in.
Yeah, he knows his angles. He knows his gaps. He's really quick on the boards.
Antonio Harris, a 6'2 junior for Male, checking in, replacing Keyshawn Jordan as the free throw misses.
Well, Justin, you're going to have a treat watching this young man play. He's a tremendous football player, lightning quick, and a great defender.
There are several football players on this Male team. We'll get into that as this game goes along, as St. X with a steal. Now on the other end, here they come. As that one goes off the knee of Bryce Johnson and a hit right in the face of Jordan Mitchell. And then Mitchell loses it out of bounds. A little limp coming up after that play.
Little floor burn.
Never hurt anybody, right?
Well, I don't know. He wouldn't be limping if it didn't hurt a little bit.
Is now inbounding. St. X trailing by 6 as we've got under 2 minutes to play here in this first quarter. How about that cross-court pass as that 3 falls well short, and trying to save it in bounds, unable to do so.
If St. X continues to miss a few threes, look for number 2 coming in. Strong sub comes in, and that's what his specialty is for the Tigers. He can flat knock down threes.
Connor Klein, a 6-foot sophomore, son of head coach Kevin Klein, as there's a good take to the bucket and finish by the freshman Days. And quickly up the other end, laying it up and in, is Antonio Harris. Back and forth we go once more, and now a quick shot taken up by Johnson, who lays it up and in. And here we go. As now they'll slow it down a little bit here. Just over a minute left.
Well, it's excellent patience. I mean, good ball movement. Got it to a shooter, and now you're going to see three free throws probably go down.
Edelin now had it in the corner that time, takes some contact. As that is the 4th foul going against St. X, so free throws the rest of the way for both of these teams here in this quarter.
And Edelin shoots 87% from the free throw line.
I'm blaming you for that one.
I've heard that.
Edelin will get 2 more opportunities, however, as a couple substitutions set to come in for Male, as it's Dash Egan and Keith Brazil waiting at the line.
He missed 2 in a row.
I was distracted by the substitutions there.
Yeah.
As there he does make the 3rd one. So now 4 points for Edelin, as Male's lead up to 17-12 now. St. X trying to claw their way back into this. They've been down for the entirety of this first quarter. Now backing down is Kraisman. Good double team there. Leaves it off for the open shooter, however, and knocks it down. That was Jeremiah Jackson on the 3. Now Gainey trying to shake his man. All the way, the bucket up and in, and the opportunity for the 3-point play.
Yeah, Gainey's experience does a lot of good things for him. Plus, he's a tremendous athlete, and he was a great football player also.
5 points for him to start this thing out. And a chance for 6 at the free throw stripe. And he gets it up and in.
It's quite impressive. He's drawn their best offensive player. It says good enough legs. He's running the point. So, I mean, it's his conditioning is better than great.
Max Gainey, by the way, you brought up how well he is done at football over the years. He was actually the 2023 Glycod Louisville Player of the Year in football after his 57 catches, over 1,000 yards, 20 touchdown performance.
Looking at one shot here.
St. X looking to close the gap as close as they've been in quite some time, and that'll help as Jeremiah Jackson knocking down another 3. 8 points in the quarter for him, and it's a 2-point Male lead after 1. We'll step aside for a break here. We'll come back on the other side, and we'll start the second quarter of play. Stick with us. More JCPS high school basketball coming up on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
And back here at Male High School, the site of tonight's JCPS High School Basketball Contest. Right here on Glycod, Justin Galen back alongside Mark Evans as it's a 20-18 lead for Male after 1 quarter. Pretty much no surprises there. That was pretty much the quarter we expected it to be.
Just as advertised, Justin. We're looking at a little bit of man once again by the Bulldogs. Pretty soft man right now.
Connor Klein, the guy you touched on in that first quarter, now in the game for St. X. Has a big-time block there, and another block by Gassaway, but this time they're going to call the foul. Aggressive defensively down low, Male has been so far tonight.
It's a man's game, I'll tell you. St. X is awful aggressive on the offensive end, taking it to you and battling and passing out of double teams, and Male, there's no giving Male. They're battling right with them.
Coach Hayward gets the explanation from our officiating crew. Officiating crew seems satisfied with the explanation he was given. As the second of 2 free throws rims out after getting the first one to go.
Here comes Mel in the double teams. They like to run and jump you from behind, so you always got to be aware.
Down low, and Jordan tried to slam that one home. He's going to take the contact. 7 first quarter points for Keyshawn Jordan, as he was one of the better players. Max Gainey with 6 points in that first quarter.
Well, Justin, anytime you're running and jumping, trying to double team and trap, somebody's got to be open. And that time, Mill did a wonderful job of solving it, making the perfect pass to the middle and the one down on the block for the foul.
As Will Hankey checking back in for St. X, as it's going to be Graham Kraisman heading over to the bench. Jordan gets them both.
Look for the Tigers to work the ball around a little bit and try to get a nice open shot for number 2 in the corner somewhere.
As mentioned, that is Connor Klein. As here he is with it, he'll fire it up and connects. You called it.
Yeah, I've seen a little tape. Teaches you tendencies. You understand the game that way.
Now driving inside with it. That was Hall floating it up. And he, too, is going to take some contact. Should be a couple free throws upcoming for him.
Well, the good thing, Justin, is our board's clear now, so they're not just going to the line. They're only going to be shooting fouls. That's all they're going to get until that 5 mark comes. And hopefully it doesn't come in the second quarter. for either team.
Got there pretty quickly in that first quarter.
Yeah, it was.
Does seem both teams have settled in as this game's gone along, though, as Hall knocks in the first free throw.
Well, this is really physical, but like I said earlier, both these teams play hard, physical basketball, but very clean basketball. Both of them have tremendous basics and techniques, so therefore it's a good game. I think it's a little hard to call, but it's a good game.
Terrence Hall gets both free throws to go. That's his first 2 points of the night.
You might want to watch this matchup as far as defensively. Now it's all about matchups, one-on-ones.
Hankey trying to drive in on Jordan and able to get it up and in. First points of the night for the junior, Will Hankey.
Well, Hankey does a great job of keeping the pivot foot down. He'll move you till he feels, and he can go off either shoulder too and score.
Now Gainey trying to drop it down low for Gasaway as it's tipped away, but Mail able to get it right back, and then they nearly lose it, but Jordan gets it up and in.
That's Gainey. He never drops his head. Might have turned it over, but he got it back right away.
Deshaun Jordan now first player of the night in double figures as he's up to 11 points here in this first half of play. We've still got 6 minutes to go. As Chief Cameron makes his way back out onto the floor, Brandon Days, the freshman, will head to the St. X sideline. That's Friedman bringing it across the timeline. St. X very patient in the half-court sets so far in this early portion of the game as that ball bounces loose, but Friedman able to track it down. Now another good look for Klein, and this time he can't convert.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate for Danny. It was a great steal, but got his foot caught on the official's foot and went down.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got bad luck.
He's a player there. He'll play right through it. He's a tough one.
Bryce Johnson, the sophomore for St. X, back out onto the floor as he's out there with Dillingham, Cameron, Klein, and Hankey. Now Gainey off for Edelin, who's been quiet so far tonight, misses that shot as well. But Jordan on the offensive rebound, off for Gasaway, who takes some contact. And they continue to attack the bucket with aggressiveness here in the early going.
Well, Justin, the aggressor in this game will win this game, and it just rolls that way. So both of them are aggressive, both of them are competitive, and you have to be. If you stand back, you'll be buried.
Foul called against Hankey for St. X as Gasaway rims out the first free throw.
Let's look at Mayo and see if they might jump into a different defense this time after this make. No, just picking up manful.
Gasaway now
backing it out.
2 of 4 from the stripe in this one. As that's Dillingham with it. Trying to utilize his speed, go baseline, gets it up and in. And 4th point of the night for Dillingham.
Yeah, he's a very, very gifted player, and tonight he's just kind of letting the game come to him, but he's a special one to watch play.
Edelin loses possession on that one. Here comes Dillingham again with the layup. 4 quick points now for Chance Dillingham, who's up to 6. And St. X on top, 28-27. There's Terrence Hall looking for some space, out for Jordan. And Jordan again lays it up and in with the foul opportunity.
Well, I've seen him play several times, and he gets better with every game. I mean, he's going up against some physical players, and he's doing more than holding his own.
He has definitely not been scared of the moment here tonight.
Well, did a great job that time of driving and get his shoulders turned in toward the basket.
Can't connect on the free throw, however, but Hall briefly had the rebound, and he loses it out of play.
Look for Hall to make a real difference on this guard out here, one-on-one with 4.
Quickly up now. 3 for Johnson, lands short, but trying to save it in bounds, and he does so. Great effort that time by Chief Cameron. Keeps possession alive.
Yeah, Gasaway was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Trigger man here is Hankey. Gets it in for Klein.
Yeah.
It goes right back to Hankey.
Yeah, pretty flex cut off that inbound play for a possibility of a goal. A great defense also.
Klein with another three. 2 of 3 now here in this second quarter. And he's up to 6 points, and St. X now on top by 2. That was Gainey floating that one off the glass, but couldn't get it to drop. Quick pass up for Klein, back out. Hankey fires the 3, and he connects.
Great ball movement, found the trail, and the trail was in good rhythm and knocked down the 3.
Now 5 points in this second quarter for Will Hankey after a scoreless first. As St. X with their biggest lead of the night at 5 points.
It's been their defense. They've really picked it up.
Hall now trying to shake and bake and get inside. Floats it up and somehow gets that to go up and in. What an effort there by Terrence Hall, and that'll make it a 34-31 game. And we're going to get a timeout taken here by the Bulldogs. It's a full timeout, so we'll step aside for one as well. Stick with us. More JCPS High School basketball coming up on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
And back here inside Mayo High School, the site of tonight's JCPS High School basketball action right here on Glycod. Justin Kalen back alongside Mark Evans as St. X with a good spurt the last couple of minutes, Coach. They now lead this game by 3 at 34-31.
Well, they're getting some good shots, Justin. They're knocking them down. And they picked up their defense, too. Their defense is really, really intensified. And it's pushed out the Bulldogs a little bit out of their main offensive flow. I think Coach Hayward had a good timeout call and settled them down. I think you're going to see the Bulldogs coming back.
It will be St. X basketball out of this timeout. As Klein gets it inside, Hankey. Hankey off for Dillingham, who sprints out to the three-point line and somehow gets a shot off. Not sure how he got there so quickly, as now he's back in possession. And the three-pointer here off again. Rebounded by Landon Cowan. Out for Gasaway, who gets tripped up. I believe they're going to get Chief Cameron on the foul this time.
It was a good call. It was a blocking call.
As that was the 5th foul against St. X in this quarter. So free throws upcoming now for Mayo. Gasaway just now realizes it.
Well, Justin, with teams of this caliber, you're going to have, this is a game of runs. You're going to have runs here, runs there. You know, who knocks down the shots, but I think ultimately it's going to be who plays the best defense, takes care of the ball, and can rebound a little bit.
Gasaway 2 of 4 from the stripe thus far. As the first one up and in. Mail back to within 2 now. Gasaway with another opportunity here to make it 1, and he converts both. So all 4 of his points tonight have come from the free throw line.
And the Bulldogs are sticking with the straight man.
As Dillingham going to try to drive baseline again.
Yeah, 5 out by the Tigers.
Hankey perhaps an ill-advised 3 there. Comes up short. As Gainey quickly up for Hall. In the corner now for 3. Hall with the offensive rebound. Went way up to get that one. Another one up there by Gasaway, who lays it up and in.
Yeah. Great job on the old boards that time. It's going to play a big part.
First field goal of the night for Gassaway as he's now up to 6. And we've got under 2 to play here in this first half of play. Mail back on top by 1 now. A three-pointer here for Klein. This time misses. As Gainey quickly up, fake passes. Now he gets rid of it and lays it up and in. Cowan on the bucket.
Yeah, Gainey has a gift. He's great with that. There's that spurt we're talking about.
All of a sudden, Mail back on top by 3, an 8-0 run. Gassaway fighting for that rebound, but Dillingham clears it. Quickly up inside. A little bit of errant passing, but Hankey able to control it. And he's going to back right into Gainey, and Gainey's going to get called for the block.
I don't know about that one, Justin. I'd have to have a hard time with that as a coach. He had perfect position, and what can you do when they just put a shoulder into you and run over top of you?
Coach Hayward relatively calm, trying to work for an explanation down here in front of us.
Coach Hayward's waiting for a better time. He's been around. He knows how to pick his battles.
Well, the officials walk away laughing. Hayward's got a smile on his face as well. That was just the 3rd foul on Mail here in this second quarter, so not really in any danger of allowing St. X free throws here, is it? Dillingham nearly falls.
Yeah. Dillingham's hard to stand in front of him. He's so quick and
Friedman lays it up and in. First field goal of the night for him after getting a free throw to drop earlier. Gassaway off for Hall. Gives it right back to
Tigers
Gassaway.
in man, straight. Sam's sticking with the man.
Now down low, that's been working all night. Instead, kicking it out for Gassaway. He can't knock it in. Like to see Keyshawn Jordan go up with that one.
Great hustle by Gassaway. Misses the 3 and makes the hustle still.
Now Edelin out. Over for Hall. Coach Hayworth wants one shot here. And he's not going to get it as it's going to be a takeaway. Hankey on the step through, lays it up and in. Now down to 15 seconds. As it's a 38-37 lead for St. X here, under 10. Edelin on top, Jordan, Gassaway, back to Hall. Edelin, sidestep 3, and he gets it to go. And that was a huge bucket as that will give Mail a 2-point lead at the halftime break. Very entertaining first half of basketball here from Mail High School. Let's go ahead and step aside for a break here. We'll come back on the other side and get into our halftime report, bring you some individual and team statistics as well. Stick with us. We've got more coming up on JCPS High School basketball action right here tonight on Glycon.
The Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
And back here at Mayo High School, a little halftime entertainment for us after a first half of entertainment. Mayo with the 40-38 lead. Justin Kalin back here alongside Mark Evans as we get into our halftime. But first, let's take a look at tonight's scoreboard, which is presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters, as it is a 40-38 lead here for Mayo in a back-and-forth contest in the entirety of that first half. Coach, let's go ahead and take a look at our halftime stats. Tonight's halftime stats are presented by Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors. First, let's take a look at our team statistics.
Very, very similar, Justin. At this point in time, I mean, these are definitely unofficial, but Mayo is shooting 55% from the field as the Tigers are shooting 50% from the three-point line, which is kind of odd. Mayo is 3 of 8 for 38%. They usually take more. I think that's a tribute to St. X tonight. St. X has taken 16. They're 5 of 16 from the three-point line at 31%. Not a lot of free throws being taken by the Tigers. Quite a few by the Bulldogs, which has really kept them and given them that opportunity for this small lead.
There you go. There's your team statistics. It was a 20-18 lead for Mayo after one quarter, by the way, before extending that up to 40-38 here at our halftime break. As now let's take a look at our individual scoring. First for St. X, as they were led by Jeremiah Jackson, the sophomore, with 8 points in that first half. Will Hankey had 7 points, but good distribution otherwise. Chance Dillingham with 6 points. Connor Klein with 6 points as well on a pair of threes. 4 points for Chief Cameron, 3 points for Nasosa Friedman, and then 2 points for Bryce Johnson, 2 points for Brandon Days as well. As now for Mayo, they were led by Keyshawn Jordan. 13 first half points, only came in averaging 6.5 a contest. So a fantastic first half for him. He was followed in scoring by Cole Edelin, the sophomore, with 7 points in that first half of play. 6 points for Max Gainey as well as Jason Gassaway. 4 points for Terrence Hall, 2 points for Landon Cowan, and 2 more points for Antonio Harris as well. As that's a look at your individual statistics from the first half of play, team statistics as well, and we will be back on the other side with more JCPS high school basketball here from Mayo.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tradition means values. and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Klein Direct, not just blinds. Klein Direct, not just blinds.
Glycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycon.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
And just about set for the second half of play here from Mayo High School. Justin Kalin back alongside Mark Evans as it's a 40-38 lead for Mayo at our halftime break. Coach, any expectations for this second half?
I don't think you'll see any changes, Justin. I think it's going to be a game of runs like we talked about. Whoever the aggressor is will probably pull it out in the end, but it's a man's game in here tonight. I mean, very, very physical. I think overly pretty well called by the officials. They've let them play, but kept it in control. I look for much the same. I don't think they're going to change defenses up or anything like that. Plus, you got to think about it. They got bigger fish to fry coming up, maybe against each other again. So neither coach would tip their hand very much in this game tonight.
No, still excited to see how this one plays out, as it was a back-and-forth affair in that first half of action. Wish I would have kept one of those games. Definitely, I wish I would have kept track of lead changes, because there were several in that first half. So both these teams really battled all the way to the end of the half.
Yeah, I run a shot chart basically across on these things, and you could tell one team would go cold, miss a few shots, and the other team would pull them out, make them. They'd have a lead, then we go back the other way. It was just, you can just look at it on your line, which is what we expected.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Mayo making their way back out onto the floor. Looks like it's going to be the 5 starters for them. Cole Edelin, Keyshawn Jordan, Max Gainey, Terrence Hall, and Jason Gassaway.
And the Tigers are walking out and matching that man just as we expected. Watch for a run and jump or something off of this inbounds. You never know about the Tigers. They like to do that, but I think they might have too much respect for Mayo to take that chance tonight.
St. X also going to trot out their game starters here for this second half, as it's going to be Chief Cameron, Chance Dillingham, Graham Kraisman, as that one laid up and in by Jordan. Jeremiah Jackson, Will Hankey, the other 2 starters for St. X.
Yeah. Excellent move, excellent footwork, and Great finish. He's having a heck of a game tonight.
15 points now for him. Mentioned only averaging 6.5 coming into this one. And he's playing outstanding basketball as Hankey trying to back down Gassaway. Instead leaves it out for Cameron. Cameron now in the corner. Kreisman passes it up, I should say. Jackson now bumping on the way inside. And he gets some contact.
Jackson is so strong for a sophomore. He's so strong and very physical and likes to get the ball to the basket.
Quick inside pass for Jackson, who gets it up and in. Now he's the second player in double figures with 10 points here tonight.
Yeah, that's a tough thing about trying to switch on the inbounds and man-to-man. That's the second time they've ran that play and second time they've scored on that play.
Gainey with the missed three on that last male possession is now firing it up for St. X's Chief Cameron, who gets it up and in, and now a little bit of extracurricular following the bucket, as that was Will Hankey and Terrence Hall tied up down low. And now some noise coming from the student section across the way from us. And they're going to tee them both up, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's a call, Justin. Just a double technical foul, and each coach is going to get them out and let them calm down a little bit.
I didn't see what happened there, but no doubt this game's going to get testy down the wire, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I don't think you want to fool with either one of those two young men. They're both very, very tough. I've been impressed with Jackson all night long, and I know all about Antonio Harris. He's a tremendous athlete and player.
As that was Edelin laying it up and in. Now 9 points for him as Coach Hayward trying to fire his guys up. Hankey inside, drops it off for Kreisman. Now out Dillingham's three up and in.
I've been really impressed with Dillingham. I've watched him a couple other games where I felt like maybe he tried to do too much. But tonight he's kind of picked and chose and has been very successful that way.
Lead flip-flops again as St. X back on top, but Jordan gets it up and in again. Have yourself a night, young fella.
Yeah.
17 points now for him. As Dillingham passes up the three, instead gives the opportunity for Chief Cameron, who gets it up and in.
Yeah, he's an excellent player, too. Him called his name a lot tonight, but it's not been because he's not been active.
Jordan takes some contact down low. Great pass over the top for Edelin.
Yeah, Edelin's known for his shooting ability, but he's also fantastic with assists. Got great court vision and smarts.
He'll trigger the inbounds here as well as Gassaway. Leaves it off now for Keyshawn Jordan. He'll look to drive, nearly gets that stripped away by Dillingham on the quick hands. Gassaway's three, and Dillingham on the rebound. Dillingham behind the back there. This kid is quick as he'll fire the three. Gainey battling for the rebound, pulls it away. Speaking of quick, Gainey all the way to the bucket. Can't finish. Gassaway tried the putback, and he can't finish either. Now Dillingham, step back three, can't get it to drop.
What about this pace, Justin?
No
Are you tired yet? My gosh.
There's now quickly up Gassaway inside. He'll leave it off for Jordan, and this time he can't convert. You're right, pace has absolutely ratcheted up here the last couple of minutes, and that's going to result in the travel here from Cameron.
A little bit in a hurry. Good call.
St. X on top by 2, 48-46, under 5 to play in this third quarter.
See what coach has them in. It's called set play. Looks like a high screen. That's a 5-out set. Yeah, a little bit of back screen action is what they got going on now.
Edelin with a little bit of English on that pass, and then Gainey going to pick up the offensive fouls. He charged right into Dillingham that time.
Yeah, excellent job of taking the charge by Dillingham. He was definitely set. That's impressive. You don't see a lot of kids take charges anymore, so anytime I see one, that's a good day.
It's worth noting that was the third foul called against Max Gainey. So he's going to come over to the sideline as Landon Cowan makes his way back out.
I'm sure he's just there for a quick rest. Coach needs him out there. He'll let him settle and then get him back in the game, I'm sure.
Now here's Cameron. Leaves it off. Hankey thought about the three. Now gives it over, and that one's up and in by Bryce Johnson.
Yeah. Hard to guard when you have multiple three-point shooters.
And now on the other end, Edelin with another deep three. Wasn't quite the logo, but
it was in and out. I thought it was already down, Jason.
I did as well.
Yeah.
It's now St. X.
4 out, 1 in. 4 out, 1 in is offensively.
And Hankey gets it up and in. This is the biggest lead of the night now for St. X.
Coach may be thinking timeout here soon. That's Coach Hayward.
Edelin going to shout out the play call as he gets across the timeline.
Yeah, with Max being out, it forces Edelin to have to handle the ball.
And Gassaway, talk about a shot that was in and out. That one almost all the way at the bottom of the net before coming out.
Well, Gassaway's missing threes tonight, but typically he makes those shots. So I would expect as the time goes on, he'll make a few.
Well, you can tell with the confidence and the way he's shooting it. And he expects them to go in. Now a little bit of sloppiness here for St. X as Dillingham somehow gets that one away. Chief fires it up. He got it to go.
Yeah, he picks and chooses too, but he's a player.
4 points in the first half for Chief Cameron, now with 7 here in this second half. Edelin kicks it out. The good look at three knocked in this time by Cowan.
That was really needed, Justin. That was a big shot.
And that'll make it 55-49 with 2:37 left in the quarter. We're going to get a timeout. We'll step aside for one as well. Stick with us. More JCPS High School basketball coming up on Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
A 6-point game here at Mayo High School for your JCPS High School basketball action tonight on Glycod. Justin Kalen alongside Mark Evans with 2:37 left here in this third quarter of play. St. X came out of the halftime break, Coach, with their hair on fire, huh?
Well, it's hot shooting. They're shooting the lights out. They've only missed 2 shots. And on the flip side, Mills had missed about 4 in a row until that last 3. So that's been the difference.
See if they can continue to claw back in. This one's been close throughout the entirety of the night.
It's both teams sticking with man-to-man defense.
As Hankey thought about the backdoor cut there. Instead, going to drive it all the way to the hoop and lays it up and in.
Great take and scoop.
And quickly up and slammed home by Antonio Harris. What an answer there for Mayo. Antonio Harris, by the way, was a part of the 2023 Louisville All-Glycod football team. Made a selection at wide receiver, and the bucket down low, up and in by Peters, who will get an and one chance.
Pretty cut, back cut. Defender must have turned his head and didn't see.
Now Klein coming back into the game for St. X, as does the freshman Brandon Days. Will Hankey, Chance Dillingham heading to the sideline.
Yeah, when you have that kind of depth, it's awful nice to be able to roll them in and roll them out.
As the free throw no good, however, by Peters, as that was his first 2 points of the evening. Edelin trying to get past his man. Good pressure that time by Friedman. Now on top, Gasaway has it knocked free, but he's able to track it down right in front of the table we're at. Leaves it off now for Cowan.
Great intensity on the defensive end. This is a battle. Excellent offense, but great defense.
Cowan going to pass that one down low for Harris, who will bring it back out top. And we are going to get a whistle and a stoppage of play.
Holding a cutter, trying to get through.
That's going to be called against Henry Peters. As Max Gainey making his way back out onto the floor. Jordan Mitchell, the 6'2", 8th grader, also coming back on.
Well, we have Terrence Hall back in for the Bulldogs, and we have Jeremiah Jackson back in for the Tigers. Let's see how they react after their little scuffle early.
Terrence Hall actually came to the scorer's table, and he got pulled back, so he is not out there.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was odd myself. He was right in front of us, and then Coach Hayward brought him back. Instead opted to go with the 8th grader, Jordan Mitchell. So we'll see if he can provide anything here for the Bulldogs, who trail by 8. Their biggest deficit of the night. Gainey gets it into Mitchell. Here is Edelin in possession. That's who the Bulldogs want to have it in his hands. And he'll draw some contact. That's the 5th of the quarter called against St. X. So free throws coming up here for Edelin.
Cole does an excellent job of getting by you. He's a north-south kind of kid. He can yo-yo it. He can play with the ball sometimes a little much. But I'll tell you what, when he wants to go by, he usually does.
Now at the stripe where he went 1 for 3 earlier, but that one pure as the morning dew.
Went for 3 is not like him, though. He's a great free throw shooter. And he shoots a lot of them, as you can probably understand why.
And those two both up and in, as he's now in double figures with 11 points.
Yeah. 1-2-2 trap. 1-2-2 full court trap. That was a surprise off the free throw.
Nearly worked, but going to lead to a wide open bucket and slammed home by Henry Peters, who takes some contact, and the Tigers fired up down there.
Yeah, with that 1-2-2 quick trap, you better get that good trap in as quick as possible. If it doesn't happen that way, they get the ball to the middle, then it results in middle to a block, and that's what you got that time in the dunk.
Tiger fans behind us erupted with that Henry Peters dunk.
That was a great job of getting the ball in and getting it down the court quick to the right spot.
As you said earlier, it's a grown man's game. That was a grown man's dunk.
Yes, it was.
As Peters able to convert on the free throw as well. Now up to 5 points for him. And St. X's lead back up to 9, I should say. Now Jordan on the offensive rebound. Can't get the stick back. Ball bouncing around like a pinball and saved in bounds. Now an errant shot taken by Harris, but Jordan gets fouled on the stick back attempt.
Great job by the Bulldogs on the boards. Don't know about some of the shots they took, but past that, they sure did go get the boards.
Yeah, they're battling down there, no doubt about it.
Yeah, both teams are special, Justin. There's no doubt about it.
Cole Edelin, Chance Dillingham share a few words over at the scorer's table.
Yeah. Well, these kids grew up playing AAU together. They all know each other. They're all friends off the court most of the time.
Speaking of Dillingham being at the scorer's table, here he comes back out onto the floor as Friedman will head over to the sideline.
Special sophomore there.
And Jordan can't get either free throw to go. I don't know if I've ever seen a ball get stuck on the rim off a free throw.
Must be that strange touch.
St. X on top by 9 here.
Well, coach is putting one of his great athletes on the top of this 1-2-2 3/4 court trap, trying to get the change, trying to get a turnover. They play it extremely well as long as they cover the middle up.
St. X able to break that pressure.
Yeah, they rotate well, and now they're back in man-to-man.
Now pulling it out on top is Brandon Days.
Yeah. You got 19 seconds. They probably hope for the last shot here.
Looks like that's exactly what they're going to do.
Trying to stay away from the trap.
Dillingham near the timeline, down to 10.
Yeah, he'll take it to the rim or he'll dish it. I'm surprised they gave it up. Oh, he got it back.
Gets it right back. 3 seconds now. Fires it up. Can't convert. And there's going to be no shot here, as that'll bring us to an end of 3 quarters of play. Big quarter for St. X as they lead by 9. Stick with us. We've got the 4th and final frame upcoming for your JCPS high school basketball action on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct. Not just blinds.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
And back here at Mayo High School, 62-53. St. X with the lead after outscoring the Mayo Bulldogs 24-13 in that third quarter. How were they able to gain such an edge in that quarter, Coach?
They made shots.
Yeah.
They made shots. They made multiple shots in a row, took the ball in strong and hit them, whereas the Bulldogs just didn't make shots, and that's all it was. Both played great defense. It's just sometimes they're shot makers and sometimes they're not.
See if that can turn around here for Mayo in this 4th and final frame. Justin Kalin, Mark Evans alongside here this evening. As Edelin going to fire another 3 from the logo. Already has hit one of those tonight. This time no good, but he does get the steal here. And he'll be more aggressive, drive inside against Peters and draws the contact.
As we talked about, Justin, this has been a pretty well-called game. Now, I'd have to go back and watch tape to really get a feel by being us on the sideline like this. But overall, I think it's been done pretty well.
Edelin back to the free throw stripe. Spent a good chunk of time there tonight, and he misses this one. Now 3 for 6 on the night. Coach Hayward, what are you telling your team at that quarter break? Try to get them back into this.
Stick to the game plan. Basically, got to have stops, got to have multiple stops, so that's what he's talking about. You know, it doesn't do you any good to score if you give up scores, so it's all about the defensive end farm right now and creating a little bit of easy offense out of your good defense.
Hankey set to trigger the inbounds now for St. X.
Yeah, full court press.
Day's going to take it all the way to the hoop. Aggressive take for the freshman as it's kicked out for a wide open 3 by Klein, and he knocks home his 3rd 3 of the evening. Now Terrence Hall back in the game, gets it off to Gasaway, who aggressively takes it to the bucket, and Days, the freshman, again with the defensive rebound. Now the 3, Jackson splashes it home.
The Tigers are playing fantastic at this point in time. It's putting on a show.
That's evidenced by that lead ballooning up to 14 now.
Yeah, nothing's coming easy for the Bulldogs. Nothing at all. The defense is bothering them quite a bit, and the size inside by St. X. They're rolling guys in and out with good size and being very physical, hurting them too. They're not getting anything easy at the rim.
Chance Dillingham picking up that last foul for St. X, his first of the evening. As Edelin being guarded by Jeremiah Jackson. Talk about a mismatch for Edelin. Perhaps that's why they've done so well on him tonight, is he's got just 12 points. Gainey can't get the friendly roll there. Shots are supposed to drop when you're at home as Dillingham gets some contact. And that was on a 3, so 3 free throws upcoming for him.
Definitely a tough one.
(68-54). St. X utilizing a big second half here tonight to gain control of this ball game.
Well, I've just been impressed with the way they shoot the ball and score the ball at least tonight. And the other games I've watched, there's a reason they score 80-some points a game against quality teams.
Looks like they might be on pace to do that again here tonight. As Dillingham's second free throw up and in. As Landon Cowan makes his way back out onto the floor, as does Dash Egan. Terrence Hall and Max Gainey coming over to the sideline. I guess they said that last shot for Dillingham was a two-point attempt. As Edelin with a tough 3 there.
They're going to get back in, Justin. They're going to have to make some of those. The ones they typically make have to fall.
Edelin now with 8 points here in this second half, up to 15 on the game. As Jackson tried to give it away, now Edelin takes it away.
Excellent block, though.
Over for Jordan, who slams it up and in.
Yeah, Jordan made that last play, though. That was a tremendous block.
Mail slow to get back, however, as Hankey had it down low, but taken away by Cowan.
Look at that pass. Fantastic.
Jordan again, 19 points for him in this game.
Yeah, but Edelin's court vision, he took that out the dribble and snapped it 3/4 of the court down for a perfect pass under the basket. That was quite impressive.
69-59, a 10-point lead now for St. X as we're under 6 to play here in this ball game. Jordan off for Gasaway, and he finally gets one to go.
There it is. That's the Gasaway that I know.
Now 9 points for him in this one, and Mail back to within 7.
Well, those threes will do great things for you as long as they go down. If they don't go down, sometimes there's fast breaks the other way.
Here's Chief Cameron trying to get around Edelin.
Great defense right now by Mail. Great defense.
Dillingham will utilize his speed drive baseline, misses. Gasaway clears it. Quickly Edelin. He'll drive inside, kicks it into the corner, three-pointer. And rebounded offensively by Keyshawn Jordan. He'll get it out for Edelin, who hits another one. And we are going to get a timeout taken here by St. X. 5:04 left here in this ball game, 4-point game. St. X with the lead. We'll step aside for a brief break as well. Stick with us. Exciting conclusion coming right up for your JCPS high school basketball action on Glycod.
Overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Ow! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
What's Dillingham have?
And back here at Mail as we've got 5 minutes left here in this ball game. 69-65, St. X with the lead. Just a reminder, this segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Allstate Insurance agent Thomas Allen. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Thomas at 502-425-8484. As this game all of a sudden tightened up, St. X's lead down to 4 was just double digits moments ago. And Hankey trying to extend it, but a rebound inside by Jordan. And the defensive intensity has really turned up for the Bulldogs.
Yes, it has. And as we talked earlier, that's going to be the difference in this game.
As Edelin driving in, takes the contact, and finishes.
Edelin's doing what he does a lot. He's stepping up. He's stepping up and taking over And, they're having a hard time doing anything with them right now.
By the way, Coach, you asked me during the break how many points Dillingham's got. He sits at 10 right now.
Thank you.
Edelin, however, utilizing a huge fourth quarter. He's able to knock down this free throw. That'd be 10 points in the quarter alone.
Well, Justin, I'm impressed with the conditioning both these teams have.
Sure.
I mean, this pace has been unbelievable, and both have quality depth. But I mean, it's been nonstop. Very physical.
As Edelin knocks down the free throw, complete the three-point play, and Mayo all of a sudden down by just one. We're nearly halfway through this fourth and final frame.
They've really toughened up underneath with their defense. They really have.
Here's Dillingham in possession now for St. X.
Keyshawn Jordan's done a great job underneath the basket protecting.
Somehow Jackson comes up with that ball and leaves it out for Hankey, who picks up the contact.
It's on the floor.
It's going to go against Gassaway, his fourth foul of the night. That's worth watching. And now laying it up and in that time.
Yeah, those hurt on inbound lobs. That's a tough one.
Landon Cowan on the finish that time. As here is Edelin.
So the high screen for Edelin. Then they double off of it on him.
He spins out of it initially. Now leaves it into the corner for Cowan.
I look for Gainey to be back in here real soon.
And a foul going against Jeremiah Jackson. And that's his fourth foul as well.
Oh, that's big. I've been tremendously impressed with this young man, Jackson. He's tough, and he can guard out, he can guard in, and he can sure take the ball to the basket on offense and hit the three. He would be a big, big loss for him.
Cowan going to come out of the game as Max Gainey makes his way back out there.
Yeah. It gave Max a little bit of a blow. A little bit of acting going on by the St. X player. Oh, that's a tough turnover.
Had very few turnovers here in this one tonight, at least seemingly have had very few.
Yeah. Said he stepped on the sideline. I don't know. I'm kind of far away to question the official on that one. I look for Dillingham to start trying to get the ball to the rim some. That's typically his MO.
Only 2 fouls up on the scoreboard for Mayo, so quite a bit of ways to go till they're shooting free throws. Now some contact down low as Kraisman went up for the bucket.
Nice block, though. They got a hand on it.
Gainey in the corner, his three long, and lost out of bounds by Kraisman. So it'll stay here with Mayo, who trails by 3. Now it's turnaround.
Yeah, that was a tough fadeaway at that point on that inbound.
There's Cowan firing that one up. 5 points for him here in this one tonight.
Pick it up full, falling back. Well, we're going to see, Justin. We're going to see what defense does here. They need a few stops again, ma'am.
Dillingham tried to get it into the corner for Hankey, and an errant pass. There's one stop. It's under 3 to play now. This thing looks like it's going down to the wire. Us in the business call this one a barn burner.
We knew coming in what it was going to be.
As Edelin loses possession, but now all kinds of guys on the floor, and Gainey able to track it down. Here's Gassaway, takes some contact, and he'll go to the free throw stripe. And this is where those fouls could loom large for St. X. Free throws the rest of the way now for Mayo.
Well, Gassaway so far tonight's not been stellar at the free throw line. He needs to be this time. 241. Different rule where you don't have 1-and-1s anymore. You don't want to be behind under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You just don't. It changes the game big time.
Now looks like a wet spot on the floor that Cole Edelin going to graciously wipe up for us, pulling a little double duty.
Big free throws. One time, Justin, you could pick and choose who you wanted to foul and put them at the line for 1-and-1s. Without being able to do that anymore, 2 shots automatic is tough to come back if you're down 3 points, with a couple minutes to go. So these have to go down.
And the first one will indeed.
Yeah, Gazaway's a gamer. I really enjoy watching him play. I thought he'd probably knock him down.
He's halfway there. See if he can knock down the second as well.
Yeah,
and he will.
Confident stroke.
Now 11 points in the game for Gasaway as he's up to double figures now.
Tigers need to prevent another stop. This is a big time for the Tigers.
71-70. Hankey will take it all the way in, gets it up and in.
Great turnaround jump shot. That's fantastic off the block.
Lead back up to 3, now 73-70.
That's that good experience for you. That's a big-time play right there.
Gamey going to drop this one off. Gasaway.
Well, they're chasing Edelin right now. They're not going to allow him to even see the ball.
And driving baseline. That was Gainey. Floats it up and can't convert. Yeah. Now Jackson quickly back the other way.
Yeah. Coach Klein's awful sharp. He knew now's the time that Edelin usually shines, so they're going to take the ball out of his hands.
And Klein will take a 30-second timeout. We will as well. Stick with us. More JCPS High School basketball upcoming on Glycott.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Under 2 minutes to go here from Mayo High School, 73-70 our score. As it has been all St. X here in this second half, but Mayo has continued to punch their way back into this thing, Coach. Now trailing by just 3.
Well, the play of the game so far has been Will Hankey on that last move to push them back up by 3. Now they have the ball back, which is important for the Tigers.
Speaking of Hankey, here he is backing his man down. Now cross-court pass. That three-pointer no good. Jordan on the rebound.
I was a little surprised with that 3. I thought they'd take it back to the basket.
Gainey out for Edel, and that student section was ready to erupt with a shot there. As now instead he'll attack the bucket and draws the foul.
Yeah. Edel is so smart. He gets it. He knows how to get off screens. Coach Hayward is good about giving him those opportunities to come off screens when he does get chased.
21 points for Edelin here tonight. Came in averaging just over 22 a contest. Now he is at 22.
All right. We're going to see how important the stop is coming up.
Bryce Johnson back out onto the floor. Graham Kreisman heads back to the Tigers sideline.
Yeah, Justin, the game probably going to be won or lost on this next possession here. So far, St. X has answered the call, so we'll see. Mill's got to have a stop. We're going to pick up full.
Cole Edelin has been massive here in this fourth quarter. 12 points for him in the quarter alone. And Mail trailing by 1.
Look at what the Tigers are cooked up after the break. Let's see what they're going to run here. They don't have to run anything, but usually they'll stay aggressive.
Still just the 2 fouls up on the board for Mail.
Yeah, they're going to have to start thinking about fouling. That's what They need to get to that point in case.
Yeah, Coach Hayward pleading with his guys to come up.
Yeah, they need
play a little tighter.
Yeah, they can play real tight because they need that. That foul won't hurt them.
Edlin wanted to steal. I think he was going for the foul, and now they're going to pass up the three. And we are going to get a timeout taken by Coach Klein and the Tigers with 46.5 seconds left here in this contest. I think we're good. We'll keep it here through this break. This one, my goodness.
Well, now it's a foul game. You know, Mill, I felt like should have fouled a couple of times right in there. They have to at least get to a position that if the Tigers are going to hold the ball, they can force them to the line and maybe find the right shooter and maybe miss a couple.
And we'll see who they trot in on the floor coming out of this timeout as Jared Jordan, a 5'8 senior, went to the scorer's table to check in out of the timeout. Hasn't played at all tonight, but the more important thing, he's got 5 fouls, right?
He's got 5 fouls to give. That's exactly right.
So we'll see what they draw up out of the timeout. 46.5 seconds left here in this ball game.
At this point, they're all going to be pretty much intentional fouls, and these officials should understand that and not make any big calls where they're shooting 2 and getting the ball out of bounds. Let's hope not. That happened to the girls the other night in the Louisville game. An intentional was called with 3 seconds to go, and it wasn't. I mean, they're all intentional at the end when you have to.
Well, Mail's sending 6 players out onto the floor. Yeah. Somebody's got to come off. As it will be Dash Egan heading to the sideline. Cole Edelin, Antonio Harris.
Antonio Harris was going to be out there due to his speed and quickness. He's able to get steals.
Landon Cowan, Jared Jordan, and Keyshawn Jordan. The others out there for Mail. St. X will go all the way into the backcourt, and they somehow get away from the pressure, and Jeremiah Jackson lays it up and in.
Well, Justin, I think they were attempting to foul, but the calls didn't get made. Not that they should or shouldn't. I'm not questioning the officials on that one, but that put them in bad shape here.
And we will go ahead and step aside for a break here with 45.8 seconds left. St. X 75, Mail 72 for your JCPS high school basketball action on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
And back here at Mayo High School, an absolute classic of a game here tonight, 75-72. St. X on top with 45.8 seconds left. Justin Kalin back here alongside Mark Evans, and Mayo has done their part trying to claw back into this ball game. They have made this really interesting after trailing by double digits in that third quarter.
Well, the Tigers are picking up full, and the Bulldogs need a quick score here.
It'll be inbounded for Max Gainey. Gainey with just 6 points tonight, all of those coming in the first half.
Max is more about floor leadership.
And now we're going to get an offensive foul. Unfortunately for Mayo, it's been their guy that they've gone to all night long, Keyshawn Jordan, picking it up.
I didn't see it, Justin. I missed it.
And that's his first foul of the contest.
Well, it came out of the game, but not for that reason. It came out of the game because of speed and quickness, trying to turn the ball over.
A little offense for defense, if you will.
Yes, it was. Defense for offense right now.
As Hankey quickly up for Dillingham, and Male's got a foul here as they're taking their time. Now down to 25, and they are going to foul Will Hankey with 24.4 seconds left here in this one.
That's not a bad foul. I mean, if you go by the statistics, he's 55 from the line. Doesn't mean that's how he shoots them normally, but
it was only the fourth, though.
Okay, well, then he won't be going to the line.
I like the strategy. Go for it again, right?
I think you have to at this point. You don't have a choice.
As Hankey will get it in for Jackson. They will decide to foul Jackson. Coach Hayward doesn't love that.
71% free throw shooter.
And that's why.
He's smooth, too. He's got a nice shot. Shows on the 3 points. There were 3-pointers. But you have to foul, and you didn't have it. Couldn't let any more time run off.
Male student section gonna make some noise as Jackson leaves the first one short.
Well, now's the key time. You cannot give up an offensive rebound on a free throw at this point in time, so they should block out strong and get the ball down the court quick and look for a quick shot.
Dillingham did go say something to Jackson, so he steps back to the line, see if he's able to knock down the second one here. And he will.
A 4-point game, so.
Jackson now with 6 points in the quarter, as it is indeed a 4-point lead, 76-72. Male needs to get up a shot in a hurry, down to 12 seconds. Edelin floats it up. Gassaway, the offensive rebound and stick back. Heck of an effort there by Gassaway.
As we said earlier, I mean, he's a warrior. I'd want him on all my teams.
And now a 2-point lead for St. X, 76-74, 7.7 seconds left in this ball game. And it is a full timeout, so let's go ahead and step aside for a 30-second here. We'll come back on the other side for your conclusion of your JCPS high school basketball action on Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back here at Male High School, 76-74 our score. Under 8 seconds left to play. St. X on top. And now you've got to foul quickly.
Yes, you do. Look for a full man press. Try to deny the ball in. Try to get a turnover, and if not, you have to foul.
And they will get it inbounds for Dillingham. The Male fans, Coach Hayward, some of the assistants want to travel. As it will be Dillingham heading to the other side of the floor for the free throws. Only a second comes off the clock, though, so if there is good news for Male, maybe not Dillingham going to the free throw stripe, but you didn't lose that much time.
No, they did not.
Now the Male student section making some noise, but it doesn't matter as Dillingham knocks in the first.
Still a one-possession game. Anytime you have Gassaway and anytime you have Edelin on the court, they can both knock down threes. So this is a shot right here. This is the game.
And he gets them both. That's clutch there by Chance Dillingham.
Yes, it was.
Who is now up to 12 points here in this one. And we are going to get another timeout taken with a 78-74 ball game. 6.7 seconds left. If you're Male here, where do you go?
Quick to the basket, and then the quick timeout. That's all you can do. Quick three, then quick timeout. I imagine St. X will pick up in sort of a token full and then back off.
By the way, that last Male foul went against Max Gainey, which was his fifth. So he is done for the night.
And he's a quality three-point shooter, too, at 39%. So he's a big loss, plus he's a great defender. And he can jump out of the gym. But like I said, you know, Dillingham is awful strong for a sophomore. Awful talented. And awful confident in a good way.
Dillingham getting some final instructions from Coach Klein. Now Edelin comes across the half-court line and fires it and hits. Holy moly, that was 2 steps in front of the half-court line, and he drains it.
Yeah, you can never rule him out. Like I said, he can do the spectacular.
That's now 15 points for him in this quarter alone, 19 in the second half. After just 7 points in the first half of play, he has really picked up his game in this second half.
Oh, yes, he has. But, Justin, here's the deal, though. You got 1.3 left on the clock. The only thing the male can do to have a shot is they have to deny. They have to have a 5-second call.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that can happen other than a 5-second call. I guess maybe they could inbound the ball right to him under the basket and they could touch it in, but typically it's a 5-second call.
They're not in the best position here, but with the athletes they've got on their team, see if they can come up with a big stop here.
No matter what, it's been a great game, and both teams, I'm sure, will learn a lot from it.
Yeah.
A lot of film watching on this one because you have to almost think this could be the finals of your region based on how the draw goes.
Well, and that's what you were saying earlier is at the end of the day, this game really doesn't mean all that much. It's the next meeting, which will have all the marbles.
And after this game, neither team will lose any confidence, that's for sure.
And they shouldn't. Well-played game here tonight as Hankey will throw in the inbounds, and we are going to get a timeout called before the inbounds pass as it was taken by Bryce Johnson. And Cole Edelin comes over smiling. It's a full timeout. So let's go ahead and step aside for one ourselves with 1.3 seconds left. Stay with us. JCPS High School basketball on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back here, Male High School, where we have been treated to a fantastic game here tonight. JCPS High School basketball on Glycod. Justin Kalen back alongside Mark Evans as it is St. X with a 1-point lead, and they will have the inbounds pass upcoming. Well, we were talking in that last segment. Neatest takeaway here if you're Male, correct?
Well, you need a 5-second call would be the best for you. Better take it away. You just have to get the shot off awful quick. A little easier if you send inbounds, but the main thing is ball can't come inbounds.
Hankey will indeed get it inbound for Dillingham.
Yeah.
And the clock goes all the way down to .7.
Well, Coach Klein does a tremendous job. That was a well-called play, and of all people, he got the ball to Dillingham. So that was a great job by Coach.
Coach Hayward thinks there should be more time on the clock, and they will indeed change it to 1 second on the clock. Coach Klein doesn't love the call, but that's what it's going to be. As now they make the change. So 2 free throws for Dillingham, who just now looks back and sees the scoreboard. His mouth kind of dropped as they added the 0.3 seconds, which that could prove huge.
It could. You could get a touch and up. But once again, he's pretty tough at this free throw line.
Dillingham's 2 is up and in. Or free throw, I should say. Now going for his second. And he gets them both. 14 for Dillingham, who came in with 18 points a game.
They're going to run. No.
Now Coach Hayward
going
to get a warning.
Cole Elam shouldn't be inbounding the ball. He should be catching and shooting the three.
And he will indeed shoot the three, and that's going to miss the mark, as that will end a fantastic ball game here tonight. St. X gets it done, 80-77, the final up on our scoreboard. And that was a fun one, as we'll step aside for a break here. We'll come back on the other side, and we will get into your post game as the Tigers get it done over their rivals, the Male Bulldogs. Stick with us. More JCPS High School basketball action upcoming on Glycod.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here, Male High School, where the St. X Tigers victorious 80-77. Our final score over the Male Bulldogs as they will move up to 23-3 on the season. Now 3-0 in 26th district play. Male will fall to 18-8 on the season, 2-1 in 26th district play. As let's take a look at our scoreboard. Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. Also, Coach, you've got some team statistics over there. Let's go ahead and jump into our statistics. But first, let me tell you that tonight's statistics and final numbers are brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors. First, let's take a look at our team stats, Coach.
Okay, Justin. Both teams shot similar percentage. They both shot right at 50% for the game, which is impressive, especially with the type of defense played in this game. As far as threes go, it wasn't the typical night for either team when it came to making three-pointers, especially the Bulldogs. They ended up 9 of 23 from the three-point line, and I do believe that our Tigers ended up 7 of 20 from the three-point line. That's really all I have at this point in time, and once again, they are very unofficial.
Let's take a look at our individual scoring now. First for the St. X Tigers, they were led tonight by Jeremiah Jackson. The sophomore poured in 16 points, 8 in each half. 14 points tonight for Chance Dillingham, who needed 8 second-half points to get up to that total. 13 points for Will Henke. 11 points for Chief Cameron. 9 points tonight for Connor Klein on 3 threes tonight. 5 points for Henry Peters, 3 points for Friedman, and then 2 points for Graham Kraisman. Tonight for Mail, they were led by none other than Cole Edelin. Slow start for him here tonight. Only had 7 first-half points, but 19 second-half points got him up to 26 for the game. Keyshawn Jordan came in averaging just 6.5 points per game. He poured in 19 here this evening, and Jason Gassaway, the only other male Bulldog in double figures with 13 points. 6 points for Max Gainey, 5 points for Landon Cowan, 4 points for Antonio Hoyers, 4 points for Terrence Hall as well. We'll go ahead and step aside for another break here. We'll come back with some more post-game and analysis. Coming up, stick with us. JCPS High School basketball on tap tonight on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Klein Direct, not just blinds. Klein Direct, not just blinds.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
And a high-quality basketball game here tonight. JCPS High School basketball as St. X victorious 80-75 over the Male Bulldogs. It was a back-and-forth affair throughout the entirety of this one. It was a 20-18 lead for Male after one quarter of play. It was then a 40-38 score at halftime. Male still on top by 2, but it was really the third quarter where St. X separated themselves as they took a 62-53 lead into the final frame after outscoring Male 24-13 in that third and final frame before our final score of 80-77. But really looking back to that third quarter, that's where St. X made their money here tonight.
Well, they definitely did. They shot the ball real well in that quarter. That gave them the edge, of course. Played excellent defense, but it wasn't really Mel was playing bad defense. St. X was just making shots. And we also got to remember the Bulldogs made a furious comeback and got themselves right back in the ball game toward the end. You know, I've been around for a long time. I've seen a lot of good ball games, but this is one of the better high school games I've seen. Played well, coached extremely well. Just checked all the boxes tonight, Justin.
Yeah, it was thoroughly entertaining, no doubt about it, as it was Cole Edelin leading the comeback charge for the Bulldogs, but unfortunately Male comes up short here tonight. We'll go ahead and step aside for our final break. We'll come back on the other side, and we will bring you your most outstanding players. Stick with us right here on Glycod.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The reason I went to traditional bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Ow! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
And back one final time here at Male High School. the site of tonight's JCPS High School basketball action. Justin Kalen back here alongside Mark Evans, and we've got to name your most outstanding players. Tonight's most outstanding players are presented by State Farm Insurance agents Mike Shelton and Brian Morrison. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Coach, let's start with the victorious St. X Tigers. Kind of a tough decision on our side of things, but where do we go with our most outstanding player?
Justin, we went with number 23, Jeremiah Jackson. Just both ends of the floor and his physical presence on that line. And he hit some big threes. So that's who we went with, even though he had other teammates that equally or did well too.
Yeah, 16 points tonight for Jeremiah Jackson, so he is your most outstanding player. How about for male? Cole Edelin normally scores a lot of points, so where'd we go in that facet?
He went with number 1, Keyshawn Jordan. He was a man out there tonight, especially early in the game. He made a lot of strong post moves, scored, had a lot of big blocks, especially in the early going. But I thought he was a warrior, and I think he deserves to be our player of the game tonight.
Yeah, only came in averaging 6.5 points here on the season. Came up with 19 big points, but unfortunately the Bulldogs fall short, 80-77, your final score. Let's take a look at some of the upcoming games here on Glycod. Tomorrow night we will have Douglas at Henry Clay. And then on Wednesday, we will have a pair of games, Madison Central at Douglas Girls. And then at 7:30 on the boys' side of things, Lexington Catholic at Douglas. Thursday at 7:30, Eastern at Oldham County. Bryan Station at Dunbar, also Thursday night. And then Friday, a pretty heavy slate for you as we've got a doubleheader, girls-boys doubleheader, Central at PRP. That tips off at 6 p.m. And then at 7:30, Borden at Clarksville, Lafayette at Douglas. And on the girls' side of things, Simon Kenton at Sacred Heart. Will close out the weekend with a Silver Creek at Providence matchup. Sure to be a good one on Saturday night, that too, at 7:30. Before we get out of here tonight, I certainly want to thank Steve Bird, executive producer here of Glycod, making sure we've got all the information we need to bring you all a quality broadcast. Todd Carter, our on-site producer tonight, doing a great job keeping us up and running all night long. Max Gorley was on the camera this evening. And, of course, you, Coach Mark Evans, here beside me. Any final thoughts before we hop off?
We had a lot of fun tonight, Justin. I look forward to the next one. We've had some great games this year, and look forward to the future.
Yeah, no doubt about it, as we had a great ball game here tonight. Your final score, one final time, St. X gets it done, 80-77 over the male Bulldogs. That's going to do it here from Male High School. Alongside Mark Evans, I'm Justin Kalen saying so long and good night. You've been watching JCPS High School Basketball on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 JCPS High School Basketball. UA Local 502, built on excellence, building a better tomorrow. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. Allstate Insurance agent Thomas Allen. He puts you in good hands. Thomas Car Wash and Holy Smokes Barbecue.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.